And the third fruit in the ministry that we talk about is joyful living, because this life is a gift. This life isn't a curse. I feel like that sometimes. This life is a gift, and God wants us to enjoy this beautiful gift that we've been given. And so learning how to do that, I mean, you can walk around with a cloud over your head all the time and grumpy and complaining and unhappy and dissatisfied. But I just feel sorry then. Sorry that you're experiencing life that way, because you can experience life with this joy that has nothing to do with circumstance. This joy that is just pure and effervescent and flowing from you, because it's part of your nature, part of God's nature, which is within you. And so you have access to that joy despite all the circumstances. Because if we waited for our life or the world to be happy and blissful, for us to be happy and blissful, none of us would make it through ever achieving that. So it's to find it in the midst of that. And when we do, what it does is obviously it raises your vibration. You know, when we find that joy is a high vibration. And so when we walk through life, walk through our day, holding that joy, letting that joy be present in the small mundane things, it brings something to the world. You are giving your own offering, a vibrational offering to the world that helps lift the world up, not only your life, but the whole world up.
Imagine a love of life, a love for the gift of life. When you have a love for the gift of life, you'll love and take care of and nurture your own body. You'll look at each one of your senses as a gift. Each one of your senses to be able to see the beauty of the world, to hear the harmony, the music of the cosmos, to hear beautiful music, to smell the aroma of a flower, to taste. Ever ate a strawberry? To taste the beauty and goodness of nature. The sensation of the wind blowing through your hair. So we awaken to the idea that this body is an instrument of our spirit. And when we don't chase after our senses as if we had to overindulge. I mean, when we feel empty, then we always have to overindulge to seek for pleasure that we think we don't have. And you've probably experienced that loop where you do more and more and more, but you still feel empty. After you've stuffed yourself to the full, afterwards you sit there and you go, oh, and then you start again, because you're trying to address an emptiness inside yourself. But when you awaken to yourself, to who you are in the spirit, you no longer have to go chasing after things outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. And it illuminates the beauty of each and everything, so there becomes a natural harmony and balance. You'll eat that strawberry, you'll eat another strawberry, and maybe one more, and you'll say, that was good. And you can be grateful and satisfied. You look out into nature, and what a gift. I mean, isn't that one of the greatest gifts of being alive? Yes. To swim in the ocean, to hike in the mountains, to run free in fields. And all of these things, there's a pessimism of our spirit. And go, oh, that's so corny, this and that. It's because we're not awakened to who we are. We walk with a veil of darkness over us. And we separate ourselves from life, and then we project, because we believe that life is something that's against us,
of course,
instead of being for us. And so spirituality is not about suppressing your senses and not taking joy in being alive. These were also gifts from God, and all of nature and all creation is a gift. We should celebrate and love and respect the animals and all the plants and all the elements and the creation, the stars, the sun. What a beautiful stage to be given the gift of life. And this all comes through how we perceive it. So when I perceive a small spark or element of God dancing throughout all creation, then I love, appreciate, and respect it. When I see it in my fellow human beings, I love, appreciate, and respect them. And when I find it within myself and know that I am an extension of that greater majesty, that greater mystery, and then I have peace with myself. At last, I know who I am. I no longer feel doubt. I'm not conflicted with myself. I'm not at war with myself. I know who I am, and I have peace in my inner being. So there you have it, and it's actually quite possible. And sometimes we've lived a life so far outside of this that it takes us time to find our way back home to our own heart. And we certainly took a journey back home to our hearts. And
Yes.
That's why we show up to be guides for others. Should you be interested, if you're not ready yet, go play. But the point is when you say, you know what, it's time to come home. I'm interested in this treasure that lives within me. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And even more, the kingdom of heaven is in your midst. Everything that we're seeking is actually dancing all around us. Just so many times the blockage of our own ego and our own perception keeps us from seeing it. Our mind tortures us. Only when we relax our mind do we suddenly become aware of the fruit of pure awareness, of pure consciousness.